This news update is brought to you by
I'm happy. Now I'm gonna take my time. I'm happy. Enjoying myself with lime. I'm happy. Escape from reality. Yay! And let lime take care of me. We're just happy and smiling. Doing almost anything. Having fun and just living. Shopping, chilling, everything.
Get happy with Barbados' largest and fastest 4G network. Activate any Lime prepaid or postpaid mobile plan today.
This is the Barbados Today evening update for Tuesday, October the 28th, 2014. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. A warm welcome to you. A mistake of major proportions. That's how former Prime Minister Owen Arthur today responded to yesterday's announcement by Minister of Finance Chris Sinclair that Central Bank Governor Dr. Delisle Worrell's contract has been renewed. Speaking from his Bayview Hospital bed, where he is currently recovering from a recent injury to his foot, Arthur says he felt duty-bound to respond to the development based on the behavior and performance of the governor to date. While stating that he was not in the business of criticizing for criticizing's sake, the former finance minister described the most recent decision of the governor not to hold press conferences for the past 2 economic quarters as highly irresponsible to the point of trespassing dangerously on matters of discipline. He also labeled the action as a threat to democracy while warning that there was now a crisis of confidence in the island's economy. However, he doubted seriously that Dr. Worrell could be the ray of hope that Barbados needs, charging that the island's lead economist has been behaving more like an overlord than a governor.
People holding positions of high public trust must present themselves and be answerable to the governed and be prepared to give us accurate information and hold themselves accountable to ask questions about their behavior and what is happening. And it has been, I believe, without precedent in our country and is highly irresponsible to the point of trespassing dangerously on matters of discipline. For Dr. Worrell to have done recently what he did, decide that decide who can come to his press conferences and whether he can answer questions or not. He has to remember that he is only a governor and he is not an overlord.
He's heard the complaints about the isolation center at Enmore, but Health Minister John Boyce says he's not received any petition protesting against the move. Teachers and parents of the Ursuline Convent School have been lobbying for the government to abandon the opening of the unit, which will house patients of infectious diseases, including Ebola. Last week, the group launched a petition to force authorities to relocate the center. Today, when reporters pressed the minister about whether his ministry would reconsider relocation, Boyce would only say that Barbados must not delay its preparations to respond to Ebola if the need arises.
I've not received any petition yet. We're in full contact with the school and other interested parties. We take phone calls almost every day. I've not received a petition as minister yet.
In light of all this coming out, would consideration be given to relocating the center?
I think the important thing, sir, is that Barbados has to be prepared in the event that we have to deal with the case of Ebola. I do not have a timetable for that. I have a timetable for having Barbados in a position that we can deal with situations should it ever arise.
The new Chief Executive Officer of the Barbados Tourism Marketing Inc. has served notice that he will not be tolerating sluggishness in his company. Setting out his vision for the agency in his first official public pronouncement today, after taking up the job 2 weeks ago, William Billy Griffith told the annual general meeting luncheon of the Tourism Development Corporation at Accra Beach Hotel that the BTMI would not be paralyzed with inertia. Griffith, who met his new board only yesterday, also announced his intention to lead an organization that's accountable. The CEO's goal will also be to successfully complete the building of the BTMI and spearhead a team that is dynamic, responsive, and decisive. His watchword will also be the strengthening of all local key partnerships with a view to improving their collaborative approach for joint initiatives that are measurable and possess a discernible return on investment.
This new approach will also allow for better distribution of human resources in strategic growth areas. This also better supports a direct-to-consumer marketing focus versus previous cooperative focus as a blanket strategy. We will also be more embracing of new modern modalities to reach consumers, including full utilization of digital channels and development of strategic partnerships that would buttress the strategy.
In other news now, a second man has been charged with the July 30th murder of Jermaine Harper. 23-year-old Kemar Leacock of Buckingham Road, St. Michael, appeared in court yesterday in connection with the deadly shooting incident which occurred in the Richmond Gap, St. Michael area. Leacock, who is currently on remand, will reappear in court on November the 10th. Back in August, 24-year-old Kemal Akim Yard of Rock Gap, Swooners Hill, St. Michael, was also charged with the offense. He is also on remand. Meantime, lawmen are investigating another shooting incident today which left one man nursing a gunshot injury to his upper body. According to police, 32-year-old Roger Pilgrim is now warded at the QEH after he was shot in the chest by a gunman in Roberts Gap, Halls Road, St. Michael. Pilgrim was taken to the hospital by private vehicle where he is undergoing treatment. In a bit of sad news now, former diplomat Peter Simmons is dead. The 72-year-old, who was the island's longest-serving High Commissioner to London, died earlier this morning on his way to the QEH. He was also Deputy Permanent Representative to the United Nations and Assistant Registrar at the Cayfield campus of the University of the West Indies. He leaves to mourn his wife, Celia, and 2 children.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
The Barbados Food and Wine and Rum Festival, November 20th to 23rd. Taste the culinary delights of top local and international chefs like Marcus Samuelson, Anne Burrell, Tyler Florence, Roger Mooking, Michael Hines, Dane Sadler, Daphne's Restaurant, and more. The Barbados Food and Wine and Rum Festival, 5th edition, November 20th to 23rd. Visit foodwinerum.com or contact Premier Event Services Inc. at 435-0670. Get your tickets now at Wine World or Ticket to
St. Lucia now, where the children of a missing elderly couple is appealing to residents in neighboring Caribbean countries to help them locate their parents. Authorities are searching for 63-year-old Arthur Allen and 59-year-old Sharon Bent Allen, who left the island over the weekend for a routine sailing trip to Barbados. The couple left the country on Saturday on their 47-foot yacht, the Serenity, and was expected in Barbados later that day. However, relatives tell the St. Lucia online newspaper that they lost contact with the two at around 1 p.m. Authorities in Martinique and Barbados have joined the search as the children appeal to anyone with access to boats, light aircraft or helicopters to join in the search for the yacht. Counterproductive and discriminatory. That's how officials in Sierra Leone are describing Australia's decision to suspend entry visas for people from Ebola-affected countries in West Africa. On Monday, the Australian government also agreed that permanent visa holders yet to arrive in Australia must undergo a 21-day quarantine process before departure in order to protect the country from the disease. But Sierra Leone officials say the decision is too draconian as it stigmatizes the 24 million citizens on the 3 countries affected. And that's where we end our Barbados Today evening update. We will be back again tomorrow morning. Until then, remember to log on to www.barbadostoday.bb, subscribe to our e-paper and email updates, or like us on Facebook. You can also catch us on Izumi Media in bus terminals or screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. Also tune in to Channel 101 on Lime TV to get all the latest news and sports. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Have a wonderful evening.
This news update is brought to you by
I'm happy. Now I'm gonna take my time. I'm happy. Enjoying myself with lime. I'm happy. Escape from reality. Yay! let life take care of me. We're just happy and smiling, doing almost anything, having fun and just living. Shopping, chilling, everything.
Get happy with Barbados' largest and fastest 4G network. Activate any line prepaid or postpaid mobile plan today.